We were pretty famous back in high school. Trust us!
Had a whole future ahead of us, but now we suck.
All that potential now is flowing in the aqueducts.
Through the sands of time, many did forget.
But now our time has come to resurrect. But a podcast?
Sad I know, but can you blame us?
We are desperate to be much more than high school famous.
Hello and welcome to High School Famous, a podcast where we will probably talk about high school, but hopefully we will not. I am Matt.
Hi, I'm Sean.
Sean, it's
Matt.
It's another day of recording. It's another episode of the podcast, and that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah,
that's all the information I have for the listeners at the moment.
Well, as you know, we like to go over what each of us were up to in the previous week, leading up to today. And
yes.
So now it's time to read those weeks.
Let me.
If you like,
I gotta pull mine up because I am not prepared. You go ahead and go first. Yours is mine seems a little bit longer. I feel like my news will be a little bit longer than what your news is this week. Just a feeling I have.
Let's just reiterate that more is not always better. So, okay, so I'll do my week first. Me, Sean, me give you update. It's official. I have now carried this baby for 3 full terms. Now, if I were a guessing man, I'd say that it's a safe bet that this baby is only going to get bigger, which is not good for me since I'm running out of the skin. It can only stretch so far, am I right? No, really, am I right? I don't know much about the male skin organ. Also, tried my first oyster the other day. I heard they were aphrodisiacs, and I'm naturally all times horny, so I figured, what's the worst that could happen? No question mark. Turns out explosive diarrhea. After a quick bathroom remodeling, I made the choice to sit down and catch up on my favorite TV show and/or shows. As it turns out, Bob Newhart was dreaming the entire time, and most of those mysteries remain unsolved. Well, that's it for now, so leave me alone. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm catching up. I'm catching up on 30-year-old television shows.
Right. And I can't remember if that's was that Newhart, or there was a show called Newhart and there was a show called The Bob Newhart Show. Was that the 2 shows?
Yes,
I don't remember. Okay. And I don't remember
true,
which one.
I don't either. Obviously the finale you're talking about, I believe, was for the second show.
Correct.
Because the finale was that he was dreaming the whole time and he was in the first show.
Correct. Or he woke up at the end of the. So in the second series, which I believe was Newhart, he woke up with the wife from the previous series talking about how he was having a dream of being in the second series. Right,
which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of nobody had kind of done anything like that before.
I think that's amazing. I don't know which is which. I've never seen the finale episode that we're talking about, so I don't know which was which. The final episode of Newhart featured a crossover classic, but while the Newhart series finale was the most famous crossover between these shows, it was only one of 3. Okay. It sounds like the finale of Newhart was a crossover classic, which means the original show was the Bob Newhart show.
Right.
Very good. All right. Let me see if there's anything else I want to elaborate on in my week. Trying an oyster was very out of nowhere, considering what else was going on in my life. I don't know if I would really, if I had a baby in my body,
uterus,
for a 3rd term, I don't think I'd be concerned about telling anybody about an oyster. I don't think I'd be recording this podcast right now. I'd probably be spending all of my time in a hospital.
I would
begging for the doctor,
because that baby is like how many years old at that point?
Well, if isn't a full term technically 10 months,
even though we
always say 9 months.
Yeah,
so we're looking at 30 months. So that's 6 months shy of 3 years old.
Yep.
But you consider the birth on the day it's born and not the day it's conceived. So I mean, you're looking at about 2 years and 9 months old, something like that.
Well, sure. Yeah. Pay no attention to the man behind the sheet.
20 months is 4 months short of 2 years. So maybe it's 2 years and 8 months old.
If you're going by conception date or by birth date, like when the baby should have been born versus
should have been born. From the day the baby should have been born,
then it would be 21 months. Unless you consider a full term 10 months and the baby's in your male uterus for 30 months, then the baby should have been born 20 months ago.
Right.
Making it just under 2 years old.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Is that what you said?
It says 24 months is 2 years.
Yeah.
So you subtract 4 months. So 12 months minus 4 is 8. So you're looking at 2 years and...
I'm going to be honest.
1 year and 8 months.
1 year and 8 months. Yeah, I was going to
months.
say, you said 2 years and 8 months, and that's all right.
Yes. Okay. No. It's so one year. So that's not so bad.
I was going to say, I thought I heard you correctly, but then I was second guessing whether I'd heard you correctly or not.
No, I did say 2 years and 8 months, but it'd be 1 year and 8 months, and I think that's doable. I think I could still handle carrying that.
I mean, that'd be how much does a kid weigh at that age? I mean, when a baby's born, it's typically like 8 to 9 pounds, roughly.
Yeah, 7 to 9 pounds usually.
I was more than that. That's why I never know how to judge. I was like 10 something pounds when I was born, but I was also I was like a couple weeks late, so
I was incredibly small because I was 8 weeks early, so I was not a normal weight. My son was a little over 7 pounds, I believe, if I remember right. It's been a while.
Well,
yeah.
Do we feel like we've covered
bathroom remodeling?
Yeah, you'd remodeled your bathroom.
I mean, my bathroom was due for a remodel anyhow, so I don't know why I couldn't have just cleaned it, but I guess we're suggesting that the diarrhea did more damage than just splatter. It might have caused some structural...
Well, you did call it explosive.
I did, but that doesn't typically mean it caused structural damage. But in this case, I guess it did.
Perhaps. It doesn't necessarily have to be structural damage.
I also like how I got caught up on my favorite show or shows. So I watched Bob Newhart, which now is not the title of neither shows. And then I watched Unsolved Mysteries.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. It didn't say that the title of the show was Bob Newhart. Just said that Bob Newhart was dreaming the entire time.
Right. But this suggests that I watched the complete series of Unsolved Mysteries and also followed up on every single mystery that was featured in that series to see if it was still unsolved or not.
Right.
So it
was a busy week.
Not likely I did all this in a week, considering I had to remodel my bathroom during that time as well.
Well, I mean, it doesn't say that you did the remodeling. It's just you possibly just paid to have the remodeling done.
Oh, after a quick, but that's a lot of phone calls and scheduling. And I'm on my third term baby here, so I'm really I should just be resting.
And you really shouldn't be eating oysters. Are you not supposed to eat seafood when you're pregnant?
I know at least certain forms. I know sushi you're not supposed to have. I don't know if it applies to all forms of seafood.
Well, I would say raw seafood probably, and oysters I don't know if you typically eat them raw, but I think a lot of times you eat them raw.
Is that what people eat out of the shells?
Yep.
Okay.
You tell me.
What's the difference between clam? What's the difference between a clam and an oyster?
Probably size.
What's a clam?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because
you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know the difference. I mean, oysters obviously they grow pearls in their shells or whatever.
Well, they can. Yeah.
I don't know but I don't know about clams.
It's not like they just do that. They can do that.
Right. All right. Yeah, my week is all set. So
all right.
How about let's talk about you?
Let's talk about me for a second.
I did say, well, that's it for now, so leave me alone. So you've done a very poor job of that.
You started it. You started talking to me.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, it's your turn now. So let's hear about Matt's week. Yeah.
All right. Here is my week in full detail. My week started out pretty tame until Tuesday when I got a strange letter in the mail. It said it was from a long-lost great uncle named Rosco, and he who was looking to meet with me. All right. The problem was Rosco lived in Montana and has no way of getting here, so I'd have to fly or drive there, but it said it would be worth my while because he has something very valuable that has belonged to my family for generations, but few that know of its existence. I'm sorry, I'm cross-eyed because I'm like looking through a thing to like read this. So that's why I'm like having trouble reading it. I mean, I wrote it. I should know what it says.
It's your week. Why do you even have to write it down? Why do you even have to read it? Why do you have to read it? You should just be able to tell the story.
I should be able to just tell the story. So here I go. I'm just going to tell it now. I'm not reading. I knew this was something I'd have to think about and wanted to check in with my immediate family about this Rosco character. So Wednesday, I went to work like any other day, and Thursday was no different. Friday, I called my mom, who did confirm I had a great uncle Rosco, but she said he had passed away back in 2008. So I sent her a picture of the letter, and she noticed in the upper right it was dated 2004. So if this is legit, the letter would have been written 4 years before Rosco passed away. Can I also note that it says FOR 4 years before Rosco passed away, and 16 years before the letter was sent to me. None of this was adding up. If this was truly from him, then who sent the letter to me now? I asked my mom again, and she said Rosco never had any children and was never married. So Saturday, I decided to write Rosco back, asking for more information. Since he's dead, I sent one copy to heaven, one to hell, and one to the North Pole, because I'm all out of ideas. And there's nothing else after that. That is apparently all I wrote.
Yeah. Well, because you did that on Saturday. So we are now.
It's Sunday now.
So you're gonna have to keep us updated on this adventure.
Oh, totally. Yeah. If maybe next week in my news, I'll give an update on where things are with the Rosco situation.
No, I don't think so. I
think
you're going to provide all the. I think you're going to provide all the information on the Rosco situation.
Oh, well, yeah. Like I said, I will provide more information in the news next week.
No,
if there's any,
it won't be provided there. There will not be any information provided in the news next week.
I mean, I think I'll be the judge of that.
Okay,
it's my news.
So will anybody else. So there we go.
I have a feeling I might not be hearing from Rosco anytime soon.
I don't know.
Because I didn't send a letter to purgatory, and he could be in purgatory. And I already sent out the only 3 letters I wrote.
There's no way to do it.
I have no way.
You can't make any more.
Yeah. It's
You're
impossible.
All out of paper.
Yep. No, there's no more paper anywhere. I don't even know I wouldn't even know where to get paper.
If anyone's listening, that was the sound of Matt.
Yeah, I was
thumbing
shuffling
through a notebook of paper. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
To get it closer to the microphone. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say about any of that. That I so clearly, just told. Definitely didn't read.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to say anything. We don't know. There's nothing more. We don't have any more information.
True.
But you'd never heard of Great Uncle Rosco.
I still haven't.
Are you sure? You just
told
us your news.
Yeah, I never had heard about him to this point, and to be honest, I asked my mom about him, but there's no proof that it's even my mom's side of the family. Could have been my dad's side of the family. I never asked him.
True.
Even though my mom did tell me that he was dead. That doesn't mean anything. It could still be my dad's side. She just happens to know.
Yeah, about him.
Yeah. And also, it's a great uncle, so it's not like I care.
But don't you care about...
I didn't know where I was going with that sentence until it ended there.
Don't you care about whatever this object, this artifact, this family heirloom might be?
Hold on, I gotta look at the thing again.
It might be valuable.
What did I even say? Oh, well, I mean, he said it was valuable. He said it was very valuable, and it belonged to my family for generations.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he might have even been buried with it if it was that valuable, or he probably would have put it in a will.
Yeah, you probably would have heard about it before now.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising that he wrote me a letter 4 years before he died and never tried to connect with me again after that. The fact that I didn't respond. And then also, if he really wanted me to have it, he could have just put it in his will, and then I would have heard about it then. And I mean, Rosco sounds like a moron.
Yeah, it sounds like nothing's adding up.
No. I think we spent about enough time on this.
Yeah, we can move on now.
All right. Sean, how well do you think you know me?
I think I know what you want me to know pretty well.
I think you might know more than I want you to know.
There could very well be plenty of things about you that you don't want me to know about, that I don't know about.
You definitely don't know less than I want you to know. So I made sure of that.
Yeah, I mean, so this is just going to be one way, right? I'm supposed to figure out how well I know you.
So here's what we're going to do. I have.
So then let me ask you, how well do you think you know me?
I feel like I know you pretty well, but I also I also feel like you're keeping some secrets from me.
Possible.
Yeah. There's a cat about 5 feet to my left snoring. All right. I'm going to try to ignore that.
Great.
So, Sean, I have 50 questions here, and I don't want to do all 50. There's 50, but I don't want to do all 50.
All right.
So, what do you feel is a decent number? We can start with 10, and if we feel we want to do more, we can do that. Does that sound good, or do you want to do...
Let's start with 15.
15. All right. So what I want you to do is just name 15 random numbers between 1 and 50. Try to do them in order so I can just scroll through this without having to jump around.
Sure. Let's start with number 3.
Number 3.
Number 7.
Number 7. This is riveting.
Number 14.
14. Ooh. That's twice
Number 15.
Ooh. 2 in a row.
Number 18.
I really hope these are all good questions.
I hope so too. Number 24.
24.
Number 27.
27.
Number 38.
38.
Number 40. I mean, I got a lot in the 40s to cram in here.
Yep.
42. 43.
42, 43. She had 6 numbers to go.
44. 46.
6. How many is that now? 2, 4, 6,
and then
8, 10, 12, 13. You still need 2 more.
47 and 49.
47 and 49. All right.
It should be 15 numbers.
Took a good 30 seconds out of this podcast. All right, Sean.
They can skip forward. They can skip forward if they want to.
Yeah, if you want to skip that part, you can start listening again right now.
If they to hear that cue, they would have had to listen all the way through anyway.
There you go. So, Sean, what we're going to do here is I'm going to read these 15 of the 50 how well do you know me questions. And what you're going to do is you're going to write down how you think I would answer that question. And I'm going to write down how I think you would answer that question. And then we will reveal.
Now that we've gone through the selecting of 15 numbers somewhere from 1 to 50, we'll get through 10 and then we'll see if
it's worth it.
Because some of these, the other 5 or not.
Yeah, some of these might not be that great. I don't know. I haven't really read through these questions. So, all right. So, number 3. What are 3 things that I would want to have if I were stranded on an island? Not a desert island, just an island.
But you're stranded on the island.
You're stranded on it. So I guess so we can say this is that it's an uninhabited island out in the middle of the ocean. We'll give it that much.
Okay.
Because otherwise I would just be like, oh, I'm stranded on an island. Well, I guess I would want the room service to be good at my hotel, you know? So I have to write down 3 things I think you would want if stranded on an island.
Okay. All right.
We'll try to make these answers quick.
3 things. Yeah.
I'll probably edit out a lot of this silence. I hate the fact that this was a 3 thing answer one because it's kind of killing the vibe here. I got 2 answers so far.
I have 1. Well, I'm getting interrupted.
Trying to get in Sean's head here too. What would Sean want?
I don't know. These are so dumb. All right. I got the answers for you down.
Do we want to go through all of the questions first, or we'll do one and answer it? And honestly, I don't even know at this point. Then you have to also think about. I don't know if we want to even say like what our actual answer would be, or if we would just want to say what we think that each other's answers are going to be. So either way, all right. So what 3 things would you want on an island? I picked other people, endless food, and Twizzlers, which is kind of along food. I thought about that after I wrote it.
I mean, oh gosh. So there's no one else on the island, or what?
Oh, I just, you're stranded on it. I figured 3 things you would want. One would be other people. You'd want other people to be there, so you're not alone.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead.
I said bicycle, Gatorade, and pasta.
Just dry pasta.
Well, no, like, and I guess all the means to prepare it. Well, I mean, dry pasta is going to last longer than cooked pasta.
Well,
so,
yeah,
but
it's very true. But yeah, not having a way to cook it. Like I have to try to make some sort of a pot that I could boil it in, or I just have to let it soak in cold water until it became noodly.
I mean, can't you start a fire?
Well, yeah, but what am I going to cook it in? If I don't have a pot, I can't like make a pot out of wood.
I was getting distracted.
I'll make a pot.
I'll make this with.
Go ahead.
I was getting distracted during this, so I already forgot what the situation was on the island.
Okay.
You were stranded there.
I'm just stranded.
It sounds like it's not a deserted island though. It's possibly a habited.
It's just an island. Well, no, I figure we made the rules at the end that it is an abandoned. Like, there's nobody else that lives there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I guess I could possibly make a pot out of like the fuselage of the plane that possibly went down that I'm the only survivor of, or parts of the boat that crashed, or my hot air balloon. Yeah. However the hell I got there. So maybe I could boil. Maybe I could boil my noodles that way.
Yeah. Next question.
That one went well.
What's question number 7? Yeah. Oh my god.
Number 7.
That was great.
What is the longest book I have ever read?
Ooh.
All right. What's the longest book Sean has read? All right. I have my answer.
Okay.
All right. Would you write?
I said that the longest book you've ever read is One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, unabridged.
You know what's really funny? Is I was literally almost going to write a Dr. Seuss book title.
Oh.
But instead I wrote the Kama Sutra.
I skimmed through that. I skimmed to the good. I skimmed to the.
Let's say not according to my answer.
Oh,
you got the Cliff's Notes version.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, cool. So we're not gonna establish how close or how far off we are on knowing each other.
No,
the whole thing is how well do we know each other?
Right.
Okay.
This is more. Basically, it turned into exactly what I thought it was, which was just what ridiculous answers are we going to write about each other?
That's I wasn't sure where we were going to go with it, but this is where we're going.
Yep. Number 14. I wanted it to get there naturally. When did I learn to ride a bicycle?
Oh.
All right.
Riding is slow.
Okay. I mean, it's as slow as you make it. It just depends on how much you're riding.
Yeah, it's funny that I had bicycle in my first answer, and now we're asking a question about a bicycle. All right, so I think that you naturally learned how to ride a bicycle after a unicycle and before a tricycle.
That's a very interesting way to put it.
Numerically,
it wasn't.
Numerically, it makes sense, but difficulty-wise, it's the opposite,
right?
of what should happen. So naturally, you learn. Yeah, that was your order of learning.
I learned them from hardest to easiest.
Yeah, but I didn't put anywhere like in the where in your life this occurred.
Right.
I was only concerned with when you learn to ride a bike in relation to when you learn to ride a unicycle and a tricycle.
Right.
So,
all right.
I figured that was more important for everyone to know about you.
Your answer, in the womb, wink.
All right.
Don't think too much 15. About it because I don't know what it means either. Number 15. Would I ever consider adopting a child?
My answer is written for you.
All right. Hold on. All right. Sean, would you ever consider adopting a child? I put, if by adopting you mean take from playgrounds, then already done.
Let's see. Would you ever adopt a child? I just said no, especially if it's foreign. Yuck.
All right. Number 18.
That's what I... Okay. Moving on already. All right.
What should I be thankful for? Whenever you're ready.
Okay. So what you feel like you should be thankful for,
Or what you think I should be thankful
is good. What I think you should be thankful for.
Mhm.
Now, this is what I thought. This is what I thought you would feel thankful.
Okay,
Like,
that's fine.
not
Either
what
way.
I think you should be thankful for. Anyway, so you should be thankful for good health
Mhm.
and whatever amount of penis you have.
Since the accident, which
I didn't say that.
whatever amount is left.
Well, I mean, I guess your birth could be considered an accident. So sure.
I mean, how can a birth? I can see a conception as being an accident. But how could a birth be an accident?
when the end goal of the mother was different.
Okay, like the way you worded it, the end goal of the mother,
Yes.
instead of what the mother's end goal was. So what she felt her end goal was, like, you worded it weird, and it made my head hurt. All right, well, I think
the outcome she wanted meant that your birth was an accident.
Gotcha. I thought you should be thankful.
What should I be thankful for?
For those lovely lady lumps.
I am. It's hard to keep them. It's hard to keep them from going stale.
Right, because they're
But
not.
I've found ways-
It's not the lovely lady lumps on your body. It's the lovely lady lumps you have tucked away somewhere.
I have acquired it. Yeah, I've found ways to preserve them, so it's good.
24 is dumb. 24 is,
okay.
Am I an Android or an iPhone person? We can answer these without writing them down, Sean. You're an iPhone.
Oh, and you're the other one.
I'm the cheaper
All
one.
right, 27.
27. What is one thing I really hate? I'm ready.
Oh, one thing you really hate.
I know you got to narrow it down.
Yeah.
There's so much I hate. Like literally, I wake up in the morning just going, I hate. That's how I start every morning. All
right.
You ready? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
ready.
go. I'll go first this time. I'm not sure whose turn it is, but Sean, one thing that you really hate: women's rights. Look on your face of just you don't know how you want to react to that.
No, it's because I was going to write women for you. That was going to be the answer.
Just in general,
But I didn't go that route. I just said that you hate Saturn.
the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's no sense in hating the car company because I think it's gone.
Yeah, I think there's a god too considered. Isn't there like a Greek?
You used to
go ahead.
Greek probably. But yeah,
Oh.
I think when Saturn the car company was around, you did hate both. But now that one is out of the way, you're
Right.
just left to hating the planet, which you're working on.
It's mostly just things that have rings around them that I hate. So I hate most of the planets. So I think most of the
Married
planets have
people.
some form of rings around them.
Yeah. You also hate
Yeah,
married people and the
married.
Rosie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Sonic the Hedgehog.
They're not around. Well, I guess by around you mean circling, like surrounding,
like,
or they're just in the
nearby.
vicinity of rings.
Yep. Just around wherever. Around. Well, it could be.
Like there's just
It could be encircling things or just nearby. Yeah. Either or. Onion rings.
fun fact.
Yep.
Fun fact about Sonic. You know, Mario is famous for collecting coins in
Yep.
his game, and Sonic collects rings. But you can rearrange the letters in Sonic's name and spell coins. But you cannot rearrange the letters in Mario to spell rings.
That's true.
So who won that battle?
I don't know who won, but I feel like I just lost.
All right, question 38.
38. What's my favorite book?
Oh, well, this is the same answer to... You've
Just
only
because-
read the
just
one
because-
book, so...
Just because it's the longest book I've read doesn't mean it's my favorite.
Okay.
All right. Your turn. Go first
So-
this time.
I know for a fact that not a lot of people have read this, but you really love the Dark Bible.
Oh, so good. You can only buy it on the black
Yeah.
market.
I mean, it's argued that those who follow and support the Dark Bible, they'll tell you it's the real story
Right.
of whatever they talk about in the Bible. It's the real one.
Whatever they talk about in the Bible. And you know
All the
it's
stuff. You
yeah.
know,
You know it's the dark Bible because all the pages are black and all the text is in white.
I mean, it's not. That's not.
It's
like
literally
that.
no. I mean,
I
it's
don't mean
literally the dark Bible. It also has a different story in it, but it's both
Right,
literal.
but they just-
it's also literally darker.
The publisher wanted to take it that one step further.
Yeah, they used so much ink because the The printer had to print all the black parts onto the pages. The pages were originally white.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Your favorite book is Battlefield Earth by L. Ron Hubbard.
Was that a book?
Mhm.
Is that a book?
Yep.
Or is it like one of those where it's a movie and then someone makes a
book by
that's
L.
like
Ron
the movie?
Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard,
really?
the creator of Scientology. It's
No
basically
wonder John Travolta was in that movie.
Yeah, it's basically what his religion is. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I'm acting so surprised. It is my favorite book.
Number 40.
Number 40. This is the big one.
No, it's not. We still have a bunch after this.
This is-
This question is, what do I think of drugs? I just tried to write down the first quickest thing I could think of.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. What was the question? I covered it up. What do I think about? So what does Sean think about drugs? Sean, you think they pack a wallop?
I mean, yeah. Of course I think that. That's I think it's in there. I think it's in the definition. So I mean, you could ingest in some form a substance, but it's not considered a drug unless it packs a wallop.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like you eat food, it doesn't pack a wallop, so it's not a drug. Food isn't a drug.
For some reason, now all I'm thinking of is wallabies. So I'm thinking of drugs they're like marsupial drugs, and they're packing wallops. That's what's going on in my head. I just thought you should know that.
Yeah. That's
what
weird.
do
Okay.
I think? What do I think about drugs?
What do you think about drugs? You think they can really help in calming an annoying kid down?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you would use them.
Oh, that's how I have used
on
them.
On your non-foreign adopted child.
Yep, psychedelics. It's just
would that calm him down?
I don't know.
Psychedelics
makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So all right, number 42, which is worded very interestingly, and I want us to answer it based on just how it's worded. How would I name my first child? How would I do it?
Got it. This could, okay, let's just prepare everyone. This could incite some long answers, maybe. So be prepared for a lot of nothing happening while we write stuff down.
Yeah, let's try to at least not have dead complete silence here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really choppy sounding episode because all of a sudden I'll just be copping out just chunks and chunks of dead air here. No, I'm doing a quick answer. It's not necessarily great. Might not even be funny. The only thing I can guarantee is its words. Quick update. The cat is no longer snoring. It is actually kind of awake. That has been cat updates. No further updates on Rosco at the moment.
Good.
But Rosco is dead to me and everyone else.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sean, how would I name my first child?
This is the process, and I know this because this is something you've explained to me before. Okay. That's why I was able to write it down.
I have a feeling that this will be the first time I've ever heard.
So, you'd flip a coin.
Yep.
Right?
That's what I do.
You're tossing between a couple of options. So you flip a coin, whoever side it lands on, you shoot the person that picked that side.
Yeah, I either shoot heads or shoot tails.
Right. So whoever picks heads or tails, you shoot that person that coincides with however the coin landed. You would then toss their body over a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way their body landed, whichever letter that most closely resembles, you'd start from there.
So if the body lands heads or tails?
No. If the body, you toss the body over the bridge.
Yep.
I don't know why you're asking me. You've told me this. You toss the body over the bridge. Let's say it lands sort of in the shape of an E. You would start from there, starting with E names.
Okay, gotcha. Yep, I remember now.
Yeah. So the first part of the decision is which person do I shoot?
Right.
And that's based on the coin flip.
So the winner of the coin flip is the winner of the death.
Correct. So if whoever guesses heads, you flip heads, for example. You shoot the person who picked heads, toss their body over the bridge, which you're already standing near because who's got time? Their body lands, whatever letter that most closely resembles their body formation.
Yeah, no, this makes
then start
perfect
from
sense.
there.
Perfect sense.
Yeah. I mean, this is from your.
I don't know why everybody doesn't do it this way. Everybody should do it like that.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure my method is less exciting and maybe risque and dangerous, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, it's you use a dartboard. You just throw a dart at a dartboard. It's a normal dartboard.
Okay, with your normal numbers scoring system.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Start rattling off names.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It's you whatever number you land on, the name has to have that many letters in it.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay,
I'm just making that up now.
Does that?
So I mean, that's part of what I wrote down.
Count? Does it matter if I hit it in the double or the triple?
Yes.
Oh, that's horrible.
So triple 20.
I almost hope. Or if I just get a 1.
I know. What are you going to name that kid? I mean, you have 26 options.
I know. I'm limited then, right?
Yeah.
I'm limited hugely.
Yeah. I mean,
whereas I would also say I'm limited if I get triple 20, because who can come up with something that's that many letters long?
Right. But that's your system.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you go with it.
Yeah. I think I might be enticed to go with your way, because it seems like it's it still gives me more options in the end, because I'm just given the first letter.
Yeah, I feel like it's less
what I want.
It's less stressful.
Yeah, I can pick
for you.
Yeah, I can pick predetermined names from that letter alone.
Right.
It gives me more options. Yeah. Way better idea.
Yeah, and only one person has to die.
Yeah, because I don't have a dartboard right now, so that'd be one thing I'd have to get. I have to go buy a dartboard, and getting baby stuff is already expensive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, can I still use a dartboard Can I still use the dartboard recreationally after that, or do I have to dispose of the dartboard?
I mean, every time you throw a dart at it, you're making a kid's name, so you better be having a baby. So every time it's like, like how every time Christian people have sex, they have to get pregnant. It's the same way. Like if you throw a dart at a dartboard, you have to, get somebody pregnant.
Is that how it is for Christian people?
Vaguely.
Because you don't have any babies.
I'm also not Christian.
What are you?
I would guess I would consider myself atheist.
Got it. So that answers question 43.
That's question 43, which is also the 10th question. If we want to continue, the next question sucks.
It does?
Well, maybe not. It could be good. If I won the Nobel Prize, which one would I get? I don't really know what all the Nobel Prizes are. So we could just make something up.
So there's a question. Are they all called the Nobel Peace Prize, or is
it'd be like the Nobel Peace Prize, I don't know, the Nobel Prize or Nobel Peace Prize in literature, or agriculture, or whatever. Yeah. Which one?
Yeah.
All right. Which one would Sean get? Which one would I get?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. I guess I go first. You would get the Nobel Prize for dat ass.
Dat?
Yep. DAT.
Okay. At first, I figured that's what you said, but at first I thought you said dad ass, like dad bod. Only it's only it's describing the ass.
Is it? Yeah. Is that describing your ass, or you, or the asses that you pursue?
Yeah, that I consider prizes.
Yeah.
You would get a Nobel Prize for toilet clogging.
I've been known.
Yeah.
In general.
Like, that's not really a question. It's like, how well do you know a person?
I know, right? Oh, I know Sean so well. I know exactly what Nobel Peace Prize he would win.
Yeah.
We're like
a fake category.
Dude, we're kindred spirits. Like, I know you so well. I know this is the Peace Prize you'd get. This is the Nobel Prize you'd get. All right, number 40. All right, so this one might be a long answer one again. So let's try to make them short as possible. How would my perfect day look like? How would my perfect day look like, Sean? Answer it literally.
How would your perfect day look like?
Yep. We can change it to what?
Okay, I'm done.
All right, go for it.
Okay, now this is how your perfect day would look like.
Mm-hmm.
Sunrise in the morning.
Right.
Sunset in the evening.
Right.
No orgasms.
I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for that day, that one day when there's a sunrise and a sunset and I haven't had an orgasm. Usually I can only get 2 of the 3.
Now, wait, what? Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. One thing I've never asked you to clarify on
is how many orgasms I have.
Do you mean? No. I never want clarification on that. Are you just hoping for yourself?
Oh,
did you want there to be a day where there's
no orgasms ever?
There are no orgasms.
That'd be hard though, because there's so many different time zones. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, a world without an orgasm. One 24-hour period.
It might have happened.
If there's a
In
possibility.
the history of the world, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? All right. Sean,
All right, next question.
how would your perfect...
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, how would your perfect day look like? Only one hooker this time.
What does that mean? What do you mean this time? I don't mean...
You tell me. All right, number 46. I'm just going to skim over that.
Yeah, let's yeah.
Where do I come from? I know this. How well do you know me, Sean? How well do you know me? Oh my God.
Yeah, this. I mean, if you don't know this about... I mean...
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I'm immature. I just
Okay,
wrote...
good.
Yeah, I just wrote your dad's penis juice. I didn't have to
Okay.
word it like
I mean-
that. I didn't have to write it like that. Why did I do that?
I put Rogers, Minnesota.
All right, number 47. These are so dumb. Would I ever join the military? I'm just going to say right now, don't even write anything down. It's too late to join the military, Sean, for either of us. We're past our prime, so it doesn't matter if I'd want to or ever would.
Well, I thought that this... I thought a little outside the box on the nature and the scope of this question.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what you would do is in the question of would you join this military
Mm-hmm.
in a circle jerk? Yes.
Okay.
Like if the military were performing a branch wide circle jerk, you jump in.
A branch wide. Hands across America.
All right.
Last
question.
So yeah,
15
these questions
15.
got like less fun over time because now the last one is like, what is my eye color?
That's like
Yeah, so we're just gonna-
why wasn't that number 1 or 2?
I know they got kind of dumb towards the end. The better questions were towards the top. So that unfortunately fizzled out pretty
All right,
bad.
well,
there.
let's just...
All right.
So, yeah, sorry, everyone. You only got 14 questions.
Yeah, and even
But
like
you
the
can-
last
you-
3 were kind of junk, but
Yeah, and you can blame the list that we will not source
yeah,
in this anywhere.
exactly.
Or maybe we will. I don't know. There can be show notes that we may post the link to the list. And you can play the same game with your friends.
Yeah, no, I won't. I actually closed that tab already, so I don't even care.
Oh, you have a browser history, which maybe you have set to delete by default for whatever reason, but it's there.
No, I don't really have a reason to clear my my browser history since the invention of incognito mode, if you know what I mean. All right.
You win.
So, Sean, would you like me to pose some would you rather questions to you? And I'm going to tell you right now, this list is called 86 funny would you rather questions. I'm not going to go through all 86 of them, but I'm also probably not going to find any of them that are funny.
Right.
Because
I mean,
typically
we'll try. We're an hour in. I don't remember how long it was before we officially got started. So we could try a couple.
We'll do a couple. I'm just going to randomly scroll through and find some. So right off the bat, Sean, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Oh, ducks are vicious.
Mm-hmm. And imagine a horse-sized one. So either one giant duck or 100 small horses.
I'd say 100 small horses.
Yeah, I agree.
I figure their legs are easier to break, and once you even tip them over, they're probably out of commission for a little bit.
Well, you can just stomp the shit out of 100 little horses.
Right. Or you can punch them like crazy. They can't see behind themselves like a duck can. With their, the duck's eyes are on the side of their head, so they can see directly behind them.
Right.
And they can fly. So a horse-sized duck would be terrifying to face.
Right.
In a battle. I'm definitely picking 100 duck-sized horses.
All right. Would you rather have bananas for fingers or bananas for toes?
Are they peeled bananas or unpeeled bananas?
It is unspecified.
I'd say if they're unpeeled, I would go fingers, but peeled if it's toes. Toes if it's peeled.
Toes if it's peeled.
You could conceal them in your socks and shoes when they get all mushed up and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you'd say they get mushy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But if you had them as your fingers and they're not peeled yet, they have that tough skin, and they might even, once you learn how to wield them, it might help with your day-to-day life. And should you get hungry, it's much easier to eat a banana that's located. Well, it's a banana. So should you get hungry, it's much easier to access a banana that's on your fingers or, in place of your fingers than in place of your toes. Unless you're really flexible, which I'm not. So that's why I'm picking that.
All right, let's find at least one more here. Would you rather be born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck? Honestly, this would be more of a question that you would want to ask the person giving birth.
True. Yeah.
Would you rather your baby be born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck?
I mean, that's affecting them in a very short period of time in relative to the rest of their life, whereas you living with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck. Now, I guess unless
it just says you're born with it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to live with it. Right.
True. I was just going to say you could have things surgically corrected or whatever.
I think in the case of this, I think having a elephant trunk is more easily medically corrected than having a giraffe neck. Trying to shorten somebody's neck, all the vertebrae and nerve end, all your nervous system and everything in that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean there are those cultures that have done the stretching by wearing those rings, but that's not reducing. Yeah, I would probably go with the elephant trunk. I mean, either way, you're giving a little bit of an advantage as far as reaching, fruit from a higher part of the tree. But when is that coming into play?
How often are you eating fruit out of trees by your mouth?
Right. I mean, never, considering I have bananas for fingers. But I was just going to say that doesn't really come into play very often in a normal human life.
Right.
Day to day, you're not searching the trees for ripe fruit.
Would you see now these? So tell me how the hell this one is a funny. Would you rather? Would you rather be forgotten or hatefully remembered? Isn't that hilarious?
Oh,
isn't it hilarious to think about that?
That's so. Gosh, I mean, this is something you ask at a children's birthday party for sure.
Right. So I mean, either in this situation, nobody ever remembers you exist, or you're Hitler. Had to get my Hitler quota in on the episode.
Yeah. I mean, probably forgotten.
I think so too.
I think on average.
I mean, eventually, most people in history, most people throughout life are forgotten eventually, right?
Right. Unless you're a very well-known figure or like a remarkable person,
you will eventually be forgotten.
Give it 3 generations tops.
Yep.
You're never mentioned again. No one talks about you.
Unless somebody, at most your name. If somebody does goes through history and wants to do their whole family tree, at some point your name might come up, but that's about it. Not like who you were or what you did, unless, like you said, it's something kind of remarkable.
I'd say, forgotten. That seems to be the path of most people. I mean, even Rosco. Oh, we're still talking about Rosco.
Well, eventually he'll be forgotten.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering if that question is supposed to make you think of like you're instantly forgotten or remembered, or hatefully remembered. Like as soon as you die, everybody forgets about you instantly.
But
that'd be crazy.
Then you get to the whole. Then you get to the line of questioning where it's like, what does it matter to you?
Oh yeah.
You have no. You don't care.
Right.
There's no. You're gone. There's nothing affects you. You don't have a thought either way.
Right. Unless you have the belief system that there's like an afterlife and that you can like look down on and see how people remember you or anything like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Then it shouldn't matter.
Anybody who's really concerned with like legacy and going down in history and having some sort of reputation like that. If that was your ultimate drive, it probably wouldn't matter if you were hatefully remembered or fondly remembered. As long as you're remembered, they would probably choose that answer. But I think the average person is not after that.
I would think so. I think, most people probably don't really think about that. I'm not going to go through my entire life worried about how I'm going to be remembered after I'm gone, or if I'm going to be remembered after I'm gone. Because then it's like, then what are you doing?
Not to get, I mean, this is somewhat grim considering what we're, the subject matter, but this ties back to yesterday. I played Blue Ribbon Pines with Mike and Josh yesterday, and Al yesterday. So, and I wasn't doing very well as per usual. I was having some pretty horrible shots, and I was getting a little frustrated. But then I thought to myself, we all die someday. What does this stupid score in this game really matter?
Yeah.
And I said that to them. I said, yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to, literally, a couple weeks from now, a couple months from now, a year from now, you're not even going to remember that you went and played that and had a bad game. So,
no. And next time I play, all I'm going to be thinking about is trying to play well then. It's not going to be...
Right. You're not going to go back there and be like, I remember the last time I was here. I didn't play
I better
very
do better
well,
than
and-
last time.
Oh, man. On this hole particularly, I mean, I shanked it.
Yeah.
Right over here. I'll show you. This is where my disc landed.
This is
It's right here. Hit this branch. Bad. Really took all the momentum out of it.
I took some dirt samples from where it landed.
Yeah.
I'm analyzing them right now.
Found some fossils.
Yeah. My disc went to so deep into the ground.
That's how bad you were playing.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta change my throw.
Yeah, it's been getting progressively worse.
Yeah.
It's like it's like your dad asked. It's getting worse.
But it's prize-worthy, I thought.
Nobel Prize worthy for dad ass.
It's Nobel Prize-worthy.
Yeah. Really packs a wall up.
It does. It does. I mean, some have described it as intoxicating. Wait, are we still talking about my throw or dad ass?
Yep.
Something, yeah, one of those things packs a wall up.
Yep.
And could be described as intoxicating by others. Who knows?
Who knows?
Hey, if anyone out there listening, if you ever meet me, you can make that determination for yourselves.
Whether your ass or throw packs a wall up?
And is intoxicating. I'll have to demonstrate the throw.
Right.
I'll have to throw it.
You'll have to demonstrate for them. That ass.
Well, that's always on display, so.
It's always on demonstration. Being demonstrated.
Yeah, it's always, I'm always presenting.
Like a peacock.
Yeah.
Like a
My
featherless
plumage.
A featherless peacock.
Yeah. Oh, what have I got then? That's all a peacock has. If I've got no feathers, what have I got?
Got that hot peacock ass.
Oh, and that is something I want to be hatefully remembered for.
Well,
I think we're done. I don't think we can do any more questions.
No,
so
that's good. Yeah.
Hey, hey, people, that's it. Podcast over.
Yep, done.
If you like us, we're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as HSFamousPod. Email us at highschoolfamous@gmail.com. If you really love us, consider donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/highschoolfamous. Remember, we love you and want to have your babies.